What is up, everyone? Crunchy Frog here, and about a week or two ago, I made a video detailing 5 things that had me kind of apprehensive or even worried about the release of Black Ops 6. And in the video, I did say multiple times that to keep things positive and kind of even keel, I would also make a video where I detailed 5 things that I'm actually excited for, or 5 things I think will work out really well for Black Ops 6, or just the game in general. So today, I want to do just that. So we'll go through 5 things that have me personally excited for Black Ops 6. If you enjoy content like this, make sure to hit the like button as it helps others find our channel and helps the channel grow. If you'd like to see more content like this, including all the latest news and updates for Black Ops 6 and all kinds of discussion pieces along the way, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to support the channel monetarily, go ahead and click the join button below to become a channel member. You get exclusive emotes to use in the comments section, as well as you get to view every video early. It releases to members first before going live to everyone else. So some really cool perks there if you'd like to help out. So with that all out of the way, let's get right into it. So the first and the biggest thing that I'm most excited for Black Ops 6 is just kind of the general ambiance around release night and the release window of a brand new COD game. A new COD is basically a holiday on my schedule every year. Every year I set up a stream at midnight, or basically the closest thing to a midnight release that we can get nowadays, since we've kind of been robbed of those experiences. And shameless plug, by the way, I will be streaming on YouTube here starting about 9 p.m. Eastern, the Thursday before COD launches at midnight here. We'll be playing old COD games leading up to the release, and then obviously at midnight, assuming the servers work, we'll actually hop right in and play 2 or 3 hours of Black Ops 6 on launch night. I'll have a couple friends with me as well. So make sure you are subscribed so you can check that out on launch night. That is Thursday, October 24th. So shameless plug over. In all seriousness, I do enjoy playing the game at midnight. Again, whether it used to be the midnight releases back in the day or more recently, just preloading the game in this digital age of ours and playing at midnight. And in the last few years, we've kind of gotten a tradition going with friends where all of us take the day off of work, so that Friday that COD releases, and we kind of have like a little LAN night, a boys' night, right? We order pizza in, we bring, cases of beer, and we just kind of sit around and play the game. Now, obviously, we can't play LAN really, but we're all in the same room playing COD together essentially all night. So super fun, and it's become kind of a tradition, kind of an event, kind of a holiday, like I said before. And really, the release window, the release night, everything like that of COD is basically nostalgia at its peak. Even if the game is aggravating, even if we're sitting there yelling at the TV most of the night, it brings back these awesome feelings of all the COD games that we've played in the past. And this is honestly the main reason why I believe COD may never fail. I mean, I could do a whole video on this, that nostalgia and kind of the yearly cycle and routine, I guess you could say, of buying a new COD is honestly the reason why COD may never ever fail and may never die. Everyone like me will have countless memories of COD's past and midnight releases and playing with our friends, and just get some kind of rush, almost like a Pavlovian response to a new COD being released, no matter how bad they are. And it's going to be really hard for people like that, including myself, to stay away from games. So just that feeling of everything feeling new and fresh when a game first releases, even if the game isn't drastically different from the previous year, it feels like a fresh, clean slate. And there's always a lot of hype when the new game launches. It gives you something to look forward to, which honestly, as an adult creeping up on 30, is super important. And, it just kind of breaks up the monotony of the work, sleep, repeat cycle, right? You get something to look forward to. A new COD game is releasing. You can almost set your calendar by it every single year, and all the fun that kind of comes with that. The second big thing that I'm really looking forward to with Black Ops 6 is zombies. I'm super pumped for the return to round-based, more atmospheric experiences. They've rolled back a lot of the changes that they made that the community has hated. I know in their big zombies presentation several months ago, that was like the big thing, right? We listened to you guys, we rolled back a lot of the stupid changes, and it's more of the zombies that you grew up loving, just more refined experience. And to go along with that, I'm hyped that they actually listened to our feedback on Liberty Falls, and that there have been big updates to the map and the general experience of Liberty Falls since kind of the outcry and general unrest in the community following the COD Next reveal. of the map. So I'm really happy to see that they're doing that. And they're already off on the right foot, right? Listening to us and making changes where it's needed. I'm also excited that they've already confirmed that more maps are already on the way in the not too distant future. I think they confirmed that there will be another round based traditional COD zombie experience released by the end of the year. I'm assuming with season one, which is usually in the beginning of December, somewhere thereabouts. So super excited that by the end of the year, right when we're still hyped about COD, we're still playing on our Christmas vacations and everything like that, we'll have 3 fully fledged zombie maps to play. Now, obviously, how good they are, who knows, but at the very least, it's shaping up to be really good on that front. It's also free on Game Pass, which means group of friends can now start to get together and play zombies again with a lower barrier of entry, which for me personally is huge. I already know a bunch of my friends said they're willing to hop back on. We haven't played zombies together in 5 or more years in some cases, but since it's free, since they have Game Pass, since they could just get the game without busting $70 on a COD game that they no longer want to play as a whole, we'll all still get to play zombies. And that means there's a bigger social aspect, which for me is the best part of zombies, to be completely honest. So I'm super excited for that. Even if zombies is kind of terrible, I know at the very least I can play with some guys that I haven't played with in years and get to experience all that fun all over again. And with everything that comes, all the stress and the anger and stuff that comes with playing in the multiplayer lobbies with skill-based matchmaking and engagement optimized matchmaking and lag and all that stuff, zombies has always been a fun respite, a little harbor from the storm, so to speak, from all that. So I'm super excited to do that. I already know we're blocking off time during our little LAN night, our little boys' night that I talked about before, to just kind of decompress and just play some zombies, right? No more multiplayer grinding, just have some fun with zombies. And I think that'll be a huge part that we've been lacking the last several years. There's been no real way to just kind of duck away from multiplayer. Zombies just hasn't really been there for us. And I know I mentioned zombies in my 5 worries video, but it could honestly go either way. As of right now, though, I am cautiously optimistic for good things, but I will say that if zombies is good or bad, it could make or break my overall experience with Black Ops 6, especially if I tend not to like multiplayer because of, gestures broadly. Next up for the third thing I'm very excited about is the camo grind. And possibly even just in zombies, depending on how multiplayer goes. But basically last year was the first year that I've ever completed a camo grind or gotten a mastery camo, and it was super rewarding. Just going in there and completing all those and having kind of a badge of honor that I've never really had in COD before. I've never been able to show off a mastery camo like that. And I was the only one out of my entire friend group and, kind of content creator network that I know of, which is kind of small to be honest, but that actually got I think it was, what was it called, Interstellar this year. I don't remember the exact name, but basically the mastery came out for Modern Warfare 3. I was the only one that got it, so it was like a cool reward, a cool badge of honor to get that. So it was very rewarding. I look forward to doing it this year. And I mean, there's always dopamine rush seeing guns level up and unlock cool camos along the way. I mean, that's just kind of how COD's geared, right? They're playing into that whole feedback loop for you every single year. And honestly, like I said before, depending on my enjoyment of multiplayer, I might just try to get Zombies Mastery this year, which I didn't do last year. And if I really am enjoying zombies, it'll be super cool to still have that camo grinding experience, going through all the different weapons and completing all the challenges and getting something super cool at the end of it while getting to play zombies. So super looking forward to that and really hoping the zombies is good so that I can grind for the mastery camo in there. And yeah, overall, I mean, it just excited to use the new guns and level them up. This is something that happens every single year. It's kind of built into that new game hype that I talked about in the first bullet point there. It's just part of the dopamine cycle of COD, and it feels good every time. Honestly, it feels good in every game that uses it. Even hopping on like a Battlefield game for the first time, you get that same type of feeling of leveling guns up and unlocking attachments, stuff like that. And I'm really looking forward to that. Next up, we have Classic Prestige. Now, this is one of the things that stood out to me of all the announcements they made for the multiplayer was that Classic Prestige is back because that greatly enhances the satisfaction and the rewards of doing progression, right? Ties into COD is, I want to say honestly 80% progression dopamine cycles and 20% gameplay at this point. It's been parodied in media and everything, but I think with Classic Prestige, it may give me something to actually grind multiplayer for. That more end goals, more reasons for me to jump in, just beyond I should play COD today type thing. Reasons for me to actually want to play instead of feel like I have to play. And it might just be a small change overall, but overall, it's something that just kind of harkens back to the golden age, to things that I know I really enjoyed before, and I'm happy to see it return. And therefore, it's kind of increasing my hype for the game overall. I'm also excited to see how they're going to plan on fleshing it out with all the themed prestiges, like they said. Like each prestige level would kind of be a different theme, harkening back to various items in Black Ops history and World at War history and zombies and stuff like that. So I'm excited to see the rewards and different things that they're going to be offering for it. And yeah, I'm just really excited to jump back into the Prestige and level up and try to get the coolest badge possible. And then finally, and this is kind of a thing that's not necessarily tied to Black Ops 6, it could be any game, much like the first bullet point, but that's just covering the game for this channel. I mean, new game, every time since I've been doing this new channel here in the last 2 or 3 years, every time a new game has come out, it's just completely reinvigorated my drive to make videos and content for you guys. I suddenly start getting video ideas every day. I get a lot more motivation to type out scripts. I actually want to make a video, and it doesn't feel like homework as much as maybe something does towards the middle or end of a lifespan of a game. And, with depending on the community support and how hype everyone is for the game, it can actually end up in kind of significant growth for the channel, which I'm always super happy for. I love getting new members here to the channel, new subscribers, growing our community and everything like that. And new game typically does that, right? You get to kind of ride that wave. I don't feel any shame in admitting it, right? All of us content creators are looking for growth, looking to expand our community, and a brand new game, especially if it does well, especially if the community kind of, latches onto it and enjoys it and looks for content, actively seeks out Call of Duty content. That's a huge help for especially small creators like myself that, just need a bigger and bigger community to really enjoy the process. So I'm super hyped and hopeful that that will come with this game as well. And also, just in general, there's more material to actually make content on top of actually having the drive and the motivation to make content. There's just plain more material. Typically there's a lot more news kind of jam-packed into the beginning of a game's life cycle. A lot more stuff to cover. Everything's new, everything's fresh, everyone's looking for information, so there's a lot more things to make content on, and obviously a lot more drive to do it. And honestly, right now, especially for the last several months over the summer, stuff like that, there's just not been that much content with Modern Warfare 3, whether it be news or community scandals or anything like that to make content out of for YouTube. So I know a lot of the YouTubers out there have been struggling, myself included, to come up with stuff. A new Call of Duty game means obviously a lot more content. And kind of to go along with that, the zombies point above kind of ties in with this bullet point as well, right? If zombies does well, that gives me another realm to talk about. Typically on my channel here, I've talked a lot about COD in general, or just the multiplayer side of COD. And now if zombies is really good, that gives me something extra to cover as well. I can talk about the new zombie maps. I can maybe do more in-depth commentaries and discussions and video essays in terms of the zombie side of things, instead of just rambling on about skill-based matchmaking in multiplayer for the 5,000th time. So all in all, I am, believe it or not, super excited for Call of Duty Black Ops 6 to come out. I know I talked a lot of trash on the beta. It was not my favorite thing in the world, but I know that they've made a lot of changes already. And obviously with the full game means a lot more fun, usually a much better experience than the beta, if it past years or anything to go off of. And we're going to get things like the campaign, which is shaping out to be super cool. That's kind of a 5A or a, honorable mention to this. Looking forward to playing the campaign. Looking forward to zombies, everything that comes with that. And yeah, like I said several times in this video, I'm just excited for a new game to come out. I feel like I've been playing nothing but backlog, which there's nothing wrong with that, but, backlog games and stuff like that for the last several months. And I'm just excited to actually get a brand new game and, kind of just get into that new game smell all over again. So let me know down below in the comment section below what you guys are super psyched for the new COD, or if you don't plan on getting it, what are some of the reasons why you're kind of turned off to it and you don't think that you would enjoy getting a new Call of Duty game. As always, guys, if you enjoy this content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps small channels like mine grow exponentially. So I want to thank everyone, as always, for all of your support. And until next time, guys, you have a good one.